Sip and Talk Podcast. Sip and Talk Podcast. With your host, Mslonda. Sip and Talk Podcast. Sip and Talk Podcast. Sip and Talk Podcast. Starting soon.
Oh, hold on. That wasn't supposed to come on. All right. Hello, everyone. You are tuned in to Sip and Talk with Mslonda. We have a great show for you this evening. We have 3 topics that we are going to be discussing. Let me introduce my co-host. We have Boom from Podcast Lit joining us again this evening.
Yo.
And we have Miss Jamie. So first topic that we are going to be discussing is about the young lady. The Georgia police busted in her house, well, in her boyfriend's house. She was staying at the boyfriend's house. They were there to serve an eviction, but they ended up assaulting her. She was not properly dressed and wanted to get dressed, and it led to them assaulting her. We're also going to be talking about R. Kelly this evening. And we're also going to be talking about the thing that everybody knows that has went viral on social media. The young lady who treated the baby dad because he brought food for one child and not the other ones that were not his. So we're going to be discussing that and getting people's opinion and views on that. So let's get into it. All right. So the story with the young lady, Georgia police assaulted They came to serve the boyfriend a eviction notice, and she had just gotten out the shower. She wanted to get dressed. They told her she could go in the room and get dressed, but when she went in, and it's probably just a natural thing, but it was probably a big mistake, is to shut the door behind you, because that's probably something you're just used to doing when you go to get dressed. She shut the door. They busted open the room, grabbed her, asked her to get down, and assaulted her. Her child, I think, was 1 or 2 years old, was there to also see this. So, what do you guys think, and what are your feelings on that?
When I watched it, I was upset. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like upset because I guess, like you stated, as far as closing the door, it's a natural thing. Anyone's gonna close the door because there's someone in your house, you know. So I don't even think. So I don't feel like, in a sense, she was wrong on that. But I guess looking at the police officer's perspective, I guess that was wrong. That was wrong, I guess, on her part. But I just don't. I don't feel.
Oh, was that? I'm sorry. Sorry, I thought this was something that you were going outside. I'm sorry, Boom. I'm sorry, Jamie, for cutting you off.
Oh no, you're okay. But I definitely just watched that today too, which was kind of ridiculous. But far as that, I just feel like they were wrong. They were wrong by doing that. They didn't have to tackle her down. She didn't do anything. She's not like she was being aggressive towards them, doing anything that required them to do that. And as well as, I don't know, I was upset when I seen that.
Yeah, and I was a little bit more upset because I was reading some of the comments, and some of the people in the comments were blaming her, and I'm like, how? What are you talking about?
I didn't read the comments.
She didn't resist. Some of them said she resist. She didn't resist. She did yell out like, "Don't do something." But anyway,
I think he didn't say don't close the door. He said don't close the door or something like that, and I think she ended up doing it anyways or something like that. But as far as anything else, I didn't see her do anything wrong. I didn't see her resist arrest. She was basically trying to ask, like, why, she wanted to put clothes on. That was her whole moral of the whole thing, is put clothes on. And then also, I guess, her daughter that was in the background as well for it.
Yeah. But I was surprised. I guess, I don't know, maybe it's different in different states, but police usually don't serve eviction notices. Usually when an eviction notice is served,
I think they do serve after the fact of they try to contact the person so many times. And I think when I was looking at the video, they said that they tried to contact them several times and there was like no response. So the last step is to bring someone there. But far as like busting in their home and stuff, I don't think that, I guess each state is different. I don't know. But busting in their homes, I don't think that was right, as if he was a criminal or as if he, they had word that something was happening. I just felt like that wasn't right. And I just feel like police have been going overboard on every little situation that doesn't need to be, going overboard on. Because I feel like they put more aggressive, more, they put more input into small situations versus other situations that actually need the coverage or actually, you know what I mean? Like that.
I agree.
I feel like that should have been something crazy that you bust in and go do with that school shooting versus a woman that is eviction notice. Like I don't know. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. So Boom, I'd like to hear from you. What are your thoughts on it? Boom, are you with us?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I'm smoking, that's why I got my camera up or whatever. But well, from my understanding, it was for unpaid rent for a few months or whatever. But it wasn't her place as far as, you know what I'm saying, them trying to evict her out or tell her to leave. But after you ain't paid your rent, it's not your place anymore either, if you ask me. But I think they did go about it wrong because from my understandings, and I'm not into law, well, I can't say that this is true, but from my understandings, when it deals with the female, like a male police officer can arrest a female, but I don't believe they're allowed to like search them or touch them or anything like that. I believe they have to call a female police officer to handle that situation. So I think that possibly once they realized that it was a woman in the place, they probably should have been called a woman police officer in to assess the situation. Um, I understand both sides. I understand that she didn't have on any clothes. Maybe she shouldn't have opened the door when she noticed that she didn't have on any clothes, but regardless, or if they forced their way in, I don't know how that went about, but she didn't have on any clothes, so I understand that she don't want nobody looking at her. I wouldn't want nobody looking at me as a man, and I'm thinking like, let me throw my clothes on, So I understand her side, but at the same time, with all this stuff that's going on, maybe the police officers felt like, he could have been going in there grabbing something, to physically harm him, and they needed to see what she was doing. All in all, I think that the whole situation was addressed wrong in my eyes. They could have been like, "Stay right here. We'll grab your clothes." I don't know. I don't know, man, how they could have did it. It shouldn't have went like that though, man. And then I don't want to bring the race color into it, but I feel sure they was black police officers, man. They could have handled it differently as well with her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that she got a child right there, she's naked, like, I'll throw your clothes on, man. Grab what you need to grab, and y'all got to get out. You know what I'm saying? They could have walked back outside after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Grab what you need to grab, and it's time for y'all to go. So that situation is definitely crazy, man, because the shit that's going on with these police officers right now, I definitely don't want to side with them. These dudes, they do put their life on the line every day, but sometimes they get out of hand and they overpower their badge. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, if you got to go, hey, we here. Like, everybody got to get out. The person that's not here is not here. That's cool too, but you still got to get out. So you got about 10 minutes to get your stuff and go. You feel me? And I think that would have ended the whole situation more than them trying to force her and yell at her and things like that. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they put their hands on her as they was arresting her. Yeah, so I mean, like, it shouldn't even went that far. Like, it's like, y'all not supposed to be here. You got 10 minutes to get your belongings, whatever you feel is a necessity, and get out. I don't think that nobody should have been arrested. I don't think the child should have had to see that, because especially for a child that is traumatized, and I believe she has stated in one of her statements, like, every time her child sees a police officer, she says, "Are those the people that arrested you?" Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's a child, so we can just imagine how she gonna feel when she grow up dealing with the police. You know what I'm saying? Just by going through that. So it is a traumatizing situation for the child and for the woman as well. Because again, all she was trying to do was put her clothes on. So let her put her clothes on and go. But I just feel like they really should have just been like, y'all got a certain amount of time, and then y'all got to go. And now they gave her enough time to put her clothes on, grab her car keys, grab her daughter's stuff or whatever, and get out the situation. But I don't like police at all, especially not after today. So that's my point.
All right. So Shar says they have to serve them. They knock on the door. If you don't answer, they will put you on the. I think she means on the floor.
On the door.
Or tape it up on the door or something.
They put the eviction on the door.
Yeah. Black cops in Atlanta do more dirt than any white cops. They got badges.
And that is true, Shar. They will tape it on the door as far as the eviction, but that is more of the landlord's job as far as taping it on the door. So when you come home, you see the eviction. But after so many months of you not getting out, or days, or especially if they went to court about it, if you're not out in a certain amount of time, all the belongings that's in that house then becomes the owner of the property. So that is true. They do have to tape it on the door, but that's after they done went to court and got the court notice and all that, and now they allowed to officially evict you. So after the court sees that you haven't paid this, that, and the other, and they rule in favor of the landlord, then the landlord brings the eviction notice and lets you know how many days you got to go. If you're not going that many amount of days, whatever property that you have in that house becomes the landlord's. So technically, they can't come in there if they want to after that date that you have to be out. If you're not out by that date, that's not your property anymore. Whatever's in there is not yours. Like, you just have to go at that point. And a lot of times, you see these people with these eviction notices and they leave, or they don't leave, and people go in there and you see all their stuff on the curb. That's because they done went through it, kept what they want, put everything else out on the curb. So, if you're not out by that date, it's not your place anymore. Like, you haven't been paying your rent. I can see if you've been paying your rent, they can't come in. But you haven't been paying your rent, and you got a date to go, you don't leave, they can come in whenever they want. But that's after the date. So it's not the day that they put the eviction on there. When they put the eviction on there, it's a certain amount of time, 2 weeks, 3 months, whatever. After that, we're not going on by that date. Everything in that house is theirs, whoever owns it. So I don't know how that went as far as what date they had to go, but they do have to be out by that date. I know that for a fact. We still don't give them right to do all that extraness that they have done to that woman. She felt like she shouldn't have been looked at. I understand it. So let her throw her clothes on. But they could have easily walked outside. I don't think it was a situation even with her that where she would have felt like she needed to grab something to defend herself, to where they would have been that nervous, you know what I'm saying, we got to see everything you're doing.
I feel like they came in aggressive regardless from when they first came in. So they was already irritable. They were already on 10, how I felt like when I seen the video from the beginning. Because she was in the living room or something like that, and they were already yelling. They didn't even talk to her like a normal human being, like as if, you know what I mean? Like it's already tension. So it was just, I think it just came in wrong. They came in wrong. They could have handled it a lot different. They could have just said, hey, ma'am, all right, I'm sending you the eviction, notice. If any belongings that you need to get, and most, normal people, you would think that they would say that. They would be like, hey, grab your belongings. I'm sorry. I understand this isn't your place. It's your boyfriend's place, but you have to go, whatever the case may be. But they were already on 10 from what I thought when I was watching the video. But yeah, they're wrong either way. And even regardless, if she didn't, she didn't have no clothes on, but she did have a robe on. So, maybe that's why she answered the door or whatever. I don't know, because you know it's different from a friend knocking on the door and a police officer knocking on the door. And I'm pretty sure they didn't knock on the door like a regular person. They knocked on the door as a police officer. So anyone's alert's going to be on. To where if I have a robe on, I'm definitely going to try to go see like what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even think I will have time to think about putting on some clothes real quick and then going to the door. Because as we all know now, police officer knocking on the door, you kind of have to answer it in a sense a little bit.
Yeah, you do.
If you don't, they're gonna bust in for whatever, for whatever reason. And we've seen too many situations to where people were sitting on the couch getting shot because of something, whatever the case may be, which is sad. So it's like no matter what, I think, so I don't know. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous the world we live in. And we just have to be on high alert. And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. And that's why I wonder, like, I wish I could have found more information on it, because it didn't even sound, it sounded like this was their first time being served though. It said that they owed like $1,600. To me, that, I don't know about that state, but here, that's 1 month's rent. So, you have to be served with an eviction notice first, go to court, get the amount of time, and then if you're not out in that amount of time, then you're served with the 24-hour notice, and that is take to the door or handed to you. So even then, they still don't open the door. Right. That's why I'm like, are the rules different in different states? Because,
that's what I was saying, like, when you get an eviction notice, right? Go ahead.
They live in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was that Atlanta? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure the rent down there is probably $1,600. So that's probably, a little bit.
But again, that's what I'm saying. So even when you late on your rent, the landlord still don't have a right to put you out just because you 6, 7, 8 days late on your rent. They have to go to the court and get the information. So if the courts don't feel like you let this person up trying to pay their rent, then of course they won't serve the eviction. They won't be up. They won't give them. They won't see it in their favor. So if the court felt like they should go after a month, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we could say we could say the government, we could say the court is being petty, we could say the landlord being petty. But if that's the rule, that's the rule. Most of the time I've heard it was like 90 days, I think 60 days, 90 days, something like that. After eviction, you got 90 days to go or something. But again, it's just, I guess it's different rules for different states. But $1,600 rent, $800 rent. If that landlord wants you out and the court gives them that favor, you got to go. And again, with her, we don't know. Well, I didn't hear her say anything about if she knew that this person was being evicted or she knew the day was late on their rent or anything like that. Her situation was probably just more like she didn't know what the hell was going on. She just opened the door because the police knocked in, and this is what came out. So she could have been just as confused as everybody else with the whole situation. But even in that sense, it's like, okay, that it's time for you to go. We're going to step outside. You got 10, 15 minutes to get your shit and then go. And see, she said Arizona do day 5. I'm in Arizona. I haven't been in that position yet.
Damn.
And I'm in Arizona and I haven't been in that position yet. But damn, we only get 5 days. You got to go, see what I'm saying? So they had a whole month. You see, so if I get evicted out of my house now, you telling me I'm only getting 5 days? Everything in my house is not going by 5 days. It's theirs. And I'm here day 6. It's not my property anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like y'all could at least give me that 15 minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, y'all don't have to. Of course, y'all could just come and tell me I got to go right now. But I feel like y'all could at least give me that 15 minutes. And I feel like they could have gave her that. I mean, like, we can go by the rules. But come on, man. Everybody's still human at this point. Like, and humans made this rule. So I'm just like, shit. They could have gave her that little bit of time. I don't think that they should have been feeling like they feared for their life. But that's what these police officers do. They always fearing for their life. They always fearing whatever, man. That's some bull. It is some bullshit, though. That's what I will say. It's some bullshit, regardless. They could have got that woman some time. Now, if the dude was there, they could have gave him some time too. Shit, I don't know, but maybe he would have gave them that. Y'all got me fucked up. That aggressiveness. You know what I'm saying? They could have felt a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna be on something. But as far as her and her daughter being there, man, she probably didn't know what was going on. It's not her place. You know what I'm saying? So. I don't believe they had to go that far with it. And like you said earlier, they came in a little bit aggressive. That's what I meant when I said, they was using the power of their badge, like they was overpowering their badge. Man, it's like a lot of times you can't even have a civilized conversation with a police officer because they just know so much. Half of them know the law, but they really don't know the law. Sometimes I be seeing so many videos of these police officers getting checked by people who are actually law people, or in law, went to law school or read the law, said the law. Like, you ain't know this was going on. You ain't know this was going on. So a lot of times you can't even have a conversation with a police officer because they just so aggressive off rip. Like they just that person. This badge makes them that. Like, I'm better than you, regardless of what position you're in. I'm the law. Like, you don't even know the law. So they do be overpowering that badge, man. I do know that. But I did see one video today that kind of made me a little bit happy, though, man. I seen this police officer. He was fighting some dude.
So it was another police officer?
Yeah, it was another police officer. But he was fighting some dude. And he took his vest off. He was told the dude, hold on, took his gun out, put it over, took his vest off, and they started rumping. Like, you know what I'm saying? I liked that. I was like, okay, I respect that. But other than that, no, like they overpowering their badge, though, man.
Yeah, they definitely are. Like that one video that she had I know that's not one of the topics, but in a sense, that was crazy. 60 rounds of that boy. I guess,
I wanted to speak on that as well.
Yeah, like, I mean, I read a little bit and stuff, but still just, it's overpowering because I just don't understand. It scares the heck out of me because it's just like,
that actually just happened in my city. I had told her that I wanted to speak on that a little bit as well. Yeah, Akron, Ohio, man. It just happened right in Akron, Ohio, man. Shout out to the Walker family. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they was trying to play it like, they was chasing him on the expressway. He supposedly shot a bullet off on the expressway. But by the time they got to him, he was way away from the expressway, and they claimed they found the bullet on the expressway, whatever. But the shell casing on the expressway, this man was 25 years old. But the video actually shows, them chasing him and shooting at him 90 times, and I guess 60 of those bullets hit him. And it's just like, how do y'all feel that threatened to try to let off that many shots? 90 shots, and you hit this man 25. I mean, excuse me, he's 25 years old.
60 shots. It's not.
It's 90 shots, and they hit him 60 times. Yeah, so it's 90 shots. They hit him. I guess each police officer let off it was 8 police officers. I guess they all emptied their clips, which came up to 90, and 60 of those bullets hit him. And so, my city. Go ahead.
They feel they feel they can do it because of their badge. You know what I mean? And I feel like most cops that do this is because they've done it before. They just have never got caught, or no one has ever seen them do it, or whatever. So, and then I feel like all the other officers, what did they need to do their rounds for? When if one person has already did it and they were already on the ground, what more did you think this man was going to do? You know,
not just that, man. Because that does make a point, but at the same time, you look at all these white dudes that go around and they shoot and they kill and they slaughter and they get arrested, and you look at these black dudes and they running or maybe resisting, like they ain't trying to get arrested or whatever, and they got to get shot or murdered. And it's like, why? How? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't even going out killing everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might catch a dude, he might catch a body, he mad at some dude, he done went and shot him or whatever, but, and then you got a couple fools who shoot up a house or something, hit a couple bystanders or some dumb shit like that. But for the most part, ain't nobody just going to the movie theaters, going to the mall, you know what I'm saying, just shooting up everybody just because they felt like shooting up everybody. It has happened in our community, but not as much as the white people, and they get arrested. No scratches. I think the one dude that shot up the church got Burger King. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't get no scratches, no slam, no nothing. They get to walk to the back of the police car in handcuffs, and we are being targeted. And I've heard a lot. I heard a lot of black men are targeted, black men, but no, man. I think the black people in general are targeted, man. My sister was just in the city the other day, and she had a rental truck. I want to say like a Dodge Ram or something like that with a Hemi on it, tinted windows or some shit like that. And they pulled her over, and she told me that they got her license, and they didn't even walk back to the car. They looked at her license. I guess they did something on on their walkie-talkie thing on their shoulder, and then brought it back to her and told her she was free to go. No, nothing else. Like they automatically assumed that it was a dude, but regardless, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are y'all even on this? Like, what's y'all problem? Like, are y'all really just searching, just looking for whatever reason? Like, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't speeding, so y'all ain't pull her over for speeding. Y'all ain't give her no speeding tickets. Y'all ain't give her no turning infraction. Y'all ain't give her no type of driving, nothing. No citation, no nothing. Just gave her license back and let her go. Like, what? Like, I just think that people just being targeted, just being targeted. Like, you just, we hoping you in the wrong. Man. We just want you to be in the wrong.
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to your sister. That's one of my fears. Like, it's just like, what was the point in that? What was the point? You didn't give a ticket. You didn't do anything. So what was the point of you pulling over? But then as soon as someone wants to take their camera out or something like that, then that becomes a huge issue, which is crazy to me. I just
man, that's why I always say we gotta stop looking. Right, because we gotta stop looking at them for safety, man. They, for a long time, I mean, you get some people that goes into the system. I mean, they go into the police department actually trying to do good, but for the most part, we know what this organization was made of. They're the biggest gang in America. The police officers are the biggest gang in America, and we know what they were made for. It was made to catch slaves. Like she said, they hunting them. It was made to catch slaves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all run off, we find y'all. So we know what they are doing. And even if you want to say that you want to join to try and make a change, it's just too many of them to try and make a change inside of there. We really have to start policing our own neighborhoods, man. It's just that simple. Like,
we at war with the police, and
yeah,
I think it's just now becoming more visible now that, and I didn't really think about that until after within this past couple of years. We're really at war with the police, and I feel like that's why they're more aggressive more than anything. But I feel like we were always at war with the police. It just wasn't televised. It wasn't known really and stuff like that until now. Literally until now. I don't know. It's just crazy. I have no idea. I don't know.
It is
definitely. I'm gonna show you a video, but before that, I forgot to do this. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. All right, if y'all hungry here in Minnesota, check out Tiff Ribs Kitchen. Open today. She's open every Sunday. This is the menu. I believe the number is on there to contact her. So if you want to, yep, there's the number right there. So if you guys want to order some food, hit her up. I've had her food is actually good. So check her out.
Mm-hmm.
That looks good, girl.
Mr. Damon Walker. Now, how in the hell? How? I mean, all right. Maybe he had a gun. The gun was in the car. All right. Maybe y'all thought y'all heard a shot. All right. This man is running. Like he literally running. How? I just don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Like, y'all, everybody, they want people to be calm and let them do an investigation. How much investigation do you fucking need? Like, what the fuck more do you fucking need? Like, and then not to mention people who pay taxes. We pay for people like this to go home and get paid leave. Like, you know what I'm saying? They get to sit home. Rest in peace, Jalen Walker. Condolences to his family. I mean, god damn, like, and then they probably got jobs, so they paying for these motherfuckers to be at home. You know what I'm saying? To do nothing after they didn't do this, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, that could have been my guy. That could have been my little brother. That could have been my uncle. That could have been my son. Well, not my son because I'm 10 years older than him. But and then the stories that I'm from my understandings, like, listen, we all been in the hood before. We know why we need guns and stuff like that. And I'm not about to sit here and say that this man was a saint, but I don't know if he wasn't a saint. But what I will say is that his record damn sure says that he was a saint, or he just didn't get caught up for whatever he was doing. What the fuck ever. He in the hood. Niggas shoot every day. You barely can even look at another black man, which is why we definitely need to start coming together, because you can't even say hi to another black man without a black man saying, what the hell are you talking to me for? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he had a gun just because he lived in fucking the hood. Like Akron, Ohio, man, that whole inner city is nothing but the hood. And I'm not trying to say that it's more hooder than any other state or any other city. I'm just saying that city is nothing but hood. It's nothing but hate there. Everybody hate on each other. Everybody trying to be better than each other. Everybody trying to be bigger than each other. Everybody look down on each other, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he probably just had a gun just because, you know what I'm saying? But regardless, he's running away. He's running the fuck away, man. That
They
shit,
could
that's some
have
fuck.
chased him. They could have. Yeah, they
Send the
could have
dogs
chased
at him.
him.
Send the K9s at him. Send, you know what I'm saying? Something, man. Come on.
Yeah.
90 shots.
I be wondering what these police officers be feeling like after the situation circulates over, over the news. Like, what do they?
Man, listen, you're right. They gotta stop running. Police officers tell you to stop running. Police officers tell you to stop running. You should stop running, whatever. But shit, they probably could have still did the same fucking thing. Eric Garner didn't run. These dudes didn't run when they getting choked out by these police officers or kneed on by these police officers. They're not running. You don't know what the hell these police officers gonna be on. Maybe he should have stopped. But from my understanding, he an Uber driver, like he an Uber Eats driver or something like that. He delivers food. You know what I'm saying? He probably was just scared. Who the fuck knows? I'm not giving him no excuse to why he ran. But at the end of the day, that still doesn't justify 90 shots. No, 90 shots. And he's running.
Because we don't know what we would do in that instant either, though. If they start like we don't know. So who knows what was going through his mind at that moment? It just like I don't know.
Turn on TV every other week. You turn on the TV every other week and you see black men getting murdered by police officers. He probably was scared. I'm not saying he was, but I mean, come on, man. You turn on the TV every other week, every other month, and you just seeing police officers killing somebody for nothing. This dude ain't even have a gun on him. This dude ain't even do this. This dude ain't even do all that. I mean, people don't want to deal with the police at all. Like, so you're right. You probably did have to stop and do what they say. I would have even gave you more of a run to the gas station situation to where everybody could see, like, you know what I'm saying, what's going on or something. Find somewhere where it's light at. I don't know. But at the end of the day, though, he probably was scared, man. You got all these police officers chasing you, man. And then from my understanding, it was like 8 police officers and only one of them was black. So all the rest of them was white. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It doesn't justify the fact that y'all shot 90 shots at this man and hit him 60 times. It just didn't deserve all that. He just didn't deserve all that. And then dude came from around. When you watch the video, the one police officer that started shooting that was after body cam, he came from around the other police officer shooting. Like, let me get mines in. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? It looked like he could have damn near hit his colleague. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all really needed to do all that.
I literally thought the same thing. I thought he came around the car, and then when he wasn't shooting at first, and then he started shooting, and I thought he ended up hitting his colleague, the one that was coming from the right. And I'm just like, it didn't make sense to me because I think the boy was already on the ground, and he was still going and still shooting, which is crazy.
Somebody had to say, cease fire, right?
Yeah.
Because they was letting it, bow, 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 bow.
Man.
I don't know what James Savory talking about. He got away with what shit for many years. I don't know what he's talking about at this.
I think he reading the title.
Oh, okay.
And we ain't even got there yet.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just wanted to say, man, justice for Jayland Walker, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to that man, that young man, and condolences to his family, man. I just want to throw that in there. So thank you, Mslonda, for even, you know what I'm saying? Let me throw that up there. That's in Akron, Ohio. Y'all go Google Jayland Walker if y'all watching, you know what I'm saying? Watching this letter or whenever, go Google Jayland Walker. And I just feel like that shit needs to be justified. So thank you again, Mslonda, for even putting that in the show.
No problem. So our next topic is we are going to talk about the whole R. Kelly situation. Now, some may feel that he didn't get justice, and some do. And I'm one of them that feels he does, but I feel like there's some other ones that need to be right next to him, like the parents. Some of the parents, because y'all handed y'all's kids over. And then I guess once they turn 18 and probably the money stopped, now y'all want to claim he was sex trafficking your kids and all this and that. But I really do feel that justice has been served. I don't know how anybody else feels about it, but that's how I feel.
I ain't really follow the story because I just feel like I just feel like when it comes, well, I'm not saying that he didn't do anything that they did or anything of that sort. But I think it's just kind of funny when you become a celebrity there's just all these allegations going out saying that they did this, saying they did that, or whatever the case may be. And then there's people out here that just want that money to come along with it. But if he did what he did, and they say and they have the proof or whatever the case may be, again, I don't really follow the story because I just don't really care when it comes to that. I feel like he got his. I feel like justice is served because he'd be like 85, maybe almost 90 or so when he gets out or whatever. But
he got 30 years, but that's just in one state. He still got some other ones to go.
Oh, okay. Well, then but justice is served, right? But as far as the other people, but also I think my aunt was saying something happened when his parents did something to him, or something had happened to when he was younger. So I don't know. Again, I don't really follow it, so I can't say so much on it. But I just feel like there's other people that play a part too. So he shouldn't be the only one, because I'm sure he didn't do it all by himself, and this was just his plan and da 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 da. So,
and probably like what nobody else wants to say, even though the parents plays a part, and then those people that that's always pedophile and sex trafficking kids, they play a big part as well. This is why I feel, my personal opinion, he got away with it for so long, but he got the big head, and he kept both, he was too flamboyant with it, so they backed off and left him out to hang to dry, and now he's the only one that basically
they gave him a long rope to hang himself, and that's basically what happened. So I don't really follow that story that much, but like you said, I feel like he got what his justice is served. And then I guess he's having other situations in other states as well. But other people should, they should be guilty with him, because I'm sure he didn't act alone in these situations at all. Because no one really acts alone, when it comes to doing crazy things that you shouldn't be doing. There's something that plays a part. Something happened in the childhood, something happened in the adulthood, or you were kind of somewhat forced to do it, or whatever the case may be. But I guess he's just not speaking up on it and leaving it, basically this is his bed, and he's dealing with the consequences. So
all those guards and stuff, all them people that was working for him, they need to be locked up because they knew what he was doing.
Because I'm sure they knew about
there to witness it.
Yeah, I'm sure they knew about all of this stuff. I'm sure that you can't tell me that it didn't. I'm sure you've seen those women that were coming in. I don't know. So.
I mean, first of all, I just don't understand. First of all, I know it's some shit in the game, because parents are supposed to protect their kids. So you're not finna just hand your child over. Well, a person in their right mind is not about to just hand their child over because this man is saying he can make them a star. So when white people take they kids have auditions for modeling or whatever it may be, ain't they taking them? Ain't they sitting there?
No.
Are they turning them over to them? Yes. I don't believe that.
They are.
Unless that money's talking.
Yes, they are. I can't make this a color thing because of what I've actually seen and what we all have known for a long time. But I can't make this a color thing. But I will say that yes, white people do it. White people have really originally started it. I mean, you look at all these Hollywood kids that's coming up. We know what they was going through. Some of them actually came out and said what they were going through. So we know that these white people are actually doing it and handing their kids over. They're just not getting caught because their aunties and uncles are the judges and lawyers, or or the police officers themselves.
Crazy.
Yeah, so they doing it without getting caught or even being penalized because the people that's doing it is down there their uncle or auntie, or they got all the money anyways to pay off the judge or the lawyer or whatever the case may be to get away with it. And 9 times out of 10, the judge might be in on it too. But to the R. Kelly situation,
and you're correct. I said you're correct on that. Most of the time, the judge, they know how to get a judge to go over the case or whatever, and that's crazy to me.
Come on. So yes, I do feel like they are doing it. But to the R. Kelly situation, we as a people, and I'm wrong on this situation because I still have thrown some R. Kelly, not to vibe to, but you know what I'm saying. Well, I would say to vibe to, but not as I'm cleaning my house or nothing. But depending on who I'm with at the time and what we doing, R. Kelly might come on. Like, you know what I'm saying. Especially when you got the old slow body and soul music playing and you doing your thing, R. Kelly might come on. Like, you know what I'm saying. So it's not as much as me, supporting him as much as his song came on in the 90s greatest hits, like, you know what I'm saying? So, and it
I
kept
still
playing. Like,
music. So is that wrong that I do that? Is that?
I mean,
people
I would
like,
say
okay,
it's.
you
I mean,
supporting
if
your
it's just like I gotta listen to R. Kelly every day, I gotta go buy R. Kelly's tracks. I gotta go support R. Kelly just because his music great. I don't know if that's good, but for me,
Well,
it's
I'm
more
not
like
saying I support. I'm just his music. He has some good ass music. Point
that.
blank.
Yeah, facts. Like,
So
you know what I'm saying?
there ain't
Especially.
no. I mean, there's really no. There's no way around it. He has good ass music, and without having at least one R. Kelly song in your playlist,
It's gonna come up on the shuffle too. It's like you shuffling, you playing old school music, you playing some old
and
school
his
R&B.
music is coming.
It's coming on, like, you know what I'm saying. It's gonna set the vibe too. But I think that we all should have known this from jump because we all knew about the Leah situation. The man tried to marry Leah when she was like what, 14, 15
And
years
I think
old.
he did marry her though, right?
Come on, so we knew
He did, and I blame her parents because if they would have did something about it, maybe it wouldn't have got as far as it did with all the other kids.
But he still
But
was
it's
getting
money is
richer.
power though. So
That's what I'm about to say, because he still got richer even after that. Like we knew then, and he still got richer when he was making all this music. Even after, by the time he made "Step in the Name of Love" and everybody was in the club stepping, we knew he had married Aaliyah then. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we already knew.
Money is power. Money be making
Right.
make you go around to where he can pay it out. But now he's like a negative $2 million right now, from what I was reading.
But and so I'm gonna go into conspiracy side of that. Like, same thing with Prince, same thing with Michael Jackson. Man, they trying
I
to
was just about to say that.
They trying to state that these people were about to get their masters to their own songs, like, you know what I'm saying? So from my understanding, R. Kelly didn't even own his music. So you will hear his music play and he's not getting paid for that. Somebody else is. And so you start looking into the more richer, powerful level of it, and you start to see that if a person owned their own, I'm thinking that if he owned his own masters, they was gonna have to pay him up to, or he was gonna be starting to get paid. He was gonna be worth around $900 million. If he would have owned his own shit, everything that he made, that would have just been his. He would have been worth about $900 million, almost $1 billion. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't let no man that's touching on kids get that much money, because now they paying off judges and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now they paying off lawyers and shit. So,
but it's crazy with that Michael Jackson situation. They had so much to say, but you see how fast that hushed up. That's because they were able, if it was true, I don't know if it's true. We will never, as people, know if it's true unless we actually lived in that home, whatever the case may be, unless we were actually one of the victims. But in all reality, I think that allegation didn't last that long. He was going back and forth with court, and then finally, I guess, did they not find him guilty or something? Or I don't know. It didn't last, but I feel like it's crazy because I think there's something going on with Trey Songz to where it's there's an allegation to where he raped someone or something, and it's I don't know if I want to be a celebrity.
Look, I seen the video on Trey Songz, and I ain't trying to get off the R. Kelly subject, but I did see a video on Trey Songz. Now listen, I like Trey Songz. I feel like he the new.
You hear that video of the girl getting mad because she couldn't go into
I seen the video
section?
I didn't see that video. I seen the video where he actually grabbed the girl's chest. Now she was standing there laughing.
I did see that one. I did.
And she was standing there laughing like it was cool. But I don't think that just because you got that much fame or that star that you should feel like everybody do want to. Now she wasn't underage or anything, but that doesn't give you the right to feel like, oh.
But you don't know what she. But the crazy thing is, it's like people only capture so much. You don't know what happened prior to that. They were.
She could have been grabbing on him. Shit, right?
You're probably in a different section doing whatever, and you know how most women are. She's a celebrity, so they all up in it, and then they catch it on camera, and then it's like boom. But most situations like that, dollar signs pop in their head. Where they can go get this, and then this girl just recently over the weekend got mad because she's a dark skin. I guess everyone that was in her VIP or his VIP was all light skin. So she was trying to see if Trey Songz liked darker women, because supposedly she heard that Trey Songz doesn't like darker complexion women. He likes light-skinned women. So she tried to get into the VIP, and then I guess the security didn't allow, or whatever the case may be. So now she's basically saying that that Trey Songz doesn't like darker women.
Fucking what?
You said what?
I said, so what? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was just like, how dare you? She was like, everyone needs to stop listening to Trey Songz. Like, it's just, I mean, being a celebrity, I don't know if I can be that. If he down it, allegations, you have to be on 10 toes. 10 toes.
If he out here downing darker women, y'all ugly. I don't like ugly.
Well, I don't know if he is or not. He ain't never.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But if that's what he was doing, if that's what he's doing, I don't like dark skinned women. Dark skinned women, it's like really degrading dark skinned women. Then I can understand where she's coming from. But if his preference is just lighter women, like, how the fuck you gonna have a problem with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's his preference. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like skinny women. So what? I'm disrespectful to skinny women now. Like, I got a problem with skinny women now. Like, nah.
That's what you like. That's just, I don't know. It was on the Shade Room on Instagram, so you have to go watch it. She looks crazy. She just like the woman about the McDonald's.
Like you said, dollar sign. Like you said, dollar sign. It's all about a dollar sign.
Huh?
Like you said, it's all about a dollar sign, man.
It's all about the dollar sign, man. And I just wish there's so much money out there, and you don't have to get money that way. You can get money a different type of way, doing businesses, doing that. You don't have to, because by the time you get done with whatever allegation, if it's true or false, it's gonna be a couple years before you get paid anyways. So,
now,
you know what I mean?
Before we get off the subject of the R. Kelly situation, I've seen a post that I've known to be complete facts. And the fact of the matter is when I was in the 9th grade, I remember seeing 9th graders, 10th graders, 11th graders, and 12th graders who probably was, like, you know what I'm saying, on the consensual side by this point, but being picked up by grown-ass men. I don't think the parents had anything to do with that. So,
wait, say that one more time. I didn't hear you.
I remember 15, 16-year-old girls being picked up by these grown-ass men. And these old D-boy ass cars.
He didn't go to the school that picked
I
him up.
to.
And Azriel's parents actually handed her over.
Well, no, he didn't. But what I'm saying is, like, as far as his situation goes, it's been going on. Is my thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can bash R. Kelly about what he was doing, but for the most part, I've seen these younger women get in the car with these older men.
I agree with you, because when I was going to school, and I'm only 30, and I was seeing some of my friends leave because they were older, like you said, in these nice old cars, Cadillacs with rims, and all that. Mm-hmm. So I've seen it. So really, yes, we can blame the parents, but also it's not just that the person that was doing it. You know what I mean? It was that woman, because they chose. But then again, they could have been.
Well, I have to disagree, because if you're a grown man picking somebody up from a school, then you know they're underage. So I'm sorry on that.
If you
underage, but then also they just. I mean, I can't be so mad at the woman at the time or whatever, but I mean, they know what they're putting themselves.
If you actually, kind of. If you asking me if he getting what he deserved, hell, motherfucking yeah. You feel me? I'm all the way for put that nigga under the jail. Anybody, any color, any race, I don't give a fuck what your position is in life. If you are touching on children, you need to be locked the fuck up, man. You manipulating these, especially if you manipulating them. But even then, like, man, I don't give a damn. Even if you're not manipulating them, even if she just decided she want to throw herself on you, and you know that she's 14, 15 years old, I'm still not about to give her the time of day. Like, I don't give a damn that you want me and you cool with it. You're 15 years old. Get the fuck out of my face. You can't even go buy me a pack of blunts.
Both parties are wrong on that part. So yeah, like you said, some women will sit there and throw themselves, or a little girl, whatever you call them, or whatever, will throw yourself on them. And as a grown ass man, you should know not to proceed. You should not. I don't care how much temptation you have, and man, you need to go to the strip club, go somewhere where you can. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, so there are situations where there are women, whatever, girls, whatever, throwing themselves on older men. to get that check, whatever they need out of that situation. And there's some that are not putting themselves in that position, that end up getting in that position, which that I'm not okay with at all, because like, it's just why are you putting your hands on an underage person? You know, and I have a daughter myself, so I'm for damn sure. Yeah, like that's
why I don't support that's why I don't support the fact of let them grow and let them do their own thing, man.
No,
because
I don't either. No.
I don't give a damn about what you're talking about. You can put on makeup after you out of my house. You can wear this whole sassy ass dress after you out of my house. You can think about me however you want to think about me. Call me mean, call me straight, call me whatever you want. You're not about to be walking around here looking like a grown ass woman to make one of these old freaky ass men feel like they can pull up on you.
Exactly. And there was just a video that a man, I think it was a Reels, either it was on Facebook or Instagram, where he was like basically putting awareness that it was just like it's parents' fault that they allowing their daughters to come out here looking like they're 30, 40 years old with these lashes, wearing these short booty shorts, boobs hanging out, just everything. Man. Like, you're allowing. So who is at fault when it's all said and done? You know, when I went to go register my daughter at junior high, I'm looking at these kids in 8th, 7th grade wearing all these lashes, and I'm sitting here like, and they looking at me, mean mugging me, and I'm thinking to myself, like, what are you doing with some long ass eyelashes on? What are you doing with all full blown makeup on? Short, like that stuff? No.
Like,
so it really starts at home, and I try not to blame parents, but in our reality, it really is, because you watch your kid walk out the door, and even if you watch your kid walk out the door with nothing on, you still check your backpack, because that's what my uncles did. You know what I mean? They still check my backpack, make sure I didn't have whatever, or still did pop-ups if you feel like your kid is not doing what they're supposed to do. Still do pop-up at the school just to see what they look like, if they're wearing the same clothes that they left at. You know what I mean? Things like that.
They'll wear the shit up under the clothes.
Huh?
They'll wear the shit up under the clothes.
Yeah, so but not. But
see, I used to give mine to my friend the night before, and she'll bring it to school the next morning.
But that's cool. But that fact, anybody who thinking like that, they know what they're doing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they know exactly what they're doing, and it's
they blame the parents at that point.
I feel like some people nowadays are not too in tune into our children. We're not. You know, either we work too much, or we just have other children that we focus more on. Whatever the case, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, and it's just sad, because I feel like the reason some of these kids do act up because they don't get the attention that they want. So that attention from outside is what they crave and they love, and that's why some people be doing what they be doing. Like,
hey,
but that's
you ain't about to get that attention here. I'm about to say you ain't about to get that attention here. No, we ain't doing that shit. Hell no. Ain't no makeup until you get older. Secondly, I don't want you walking around with craters in your face all day any goddamn way. It's like us. Poured up in your skins, you got all these bumps and stuff everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Let you handle that when you get older, because now you causing me another bill. You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta go buy some more Noxzema for your face, because you done clogged it up with mascara. But still and so, I don't want no grown ass man feeling like or thinking that he can pull up on you and talk to you because he just think that you're grown. And then after that, find out that you're not grown, but then make up his mind that it's still okay to talk to you. Like, and then, you know what I'm saying? Now, it just shouldn't be like that. Like, a child should know a child's place. Like, these children don't be knowing their place sometimes, man.
And I don't even know really who to blame when it's all said and done. I really don't. We say parents, we say the child, we say our friends, but in our but like we said, the child knows what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And also, I guess it is your household. So if your daughter or son is watching your mom or dad doing some crazy stuff, they follow your footsteps because they want to basically be like you. And if it looks cool to them, why not? I guess why not do it? Why not? You know what I mean? Go see other men or whatever, because multiple men been in and out the house. I mean, it's just, I don't know. We got to do better. I mean,
Miss Shar, you're right. A lot of times females do things, and I can't speak for all females, but I know that a few females do things because they looking for that father in their life, so they go out here and look for this attention or whatever. But then if the father's not in the life, I don't want to blame the mother as far as the father not being in the life, but I would say that the mother would have to come in and let her know, like, what type of man she should maybe want. Like, this is what type of father that you have. You don't want that type of man. Like, this is the type of man you should be looking for, because look at my mistakes. I picked the wrong man and he's not here. So maybe you should look
so
for.
Can I say something on that? So can we
Go
use
ahead.
that as an excuse? Because
No,
I'm
we
not a
don't.
father. I get it in a sense, but that's like me saying, well, I've never grown up with a father. My mother was deceased when I was 8. I was raised by my grandmother until her passing in 2006. So can we really say that? Because that's like me saying, well, shit, I'm just gonna be out there doing my thing and shoot, because I need that attention. Well, no, like, it's all about, I don't know, man, because I'm just different. So I can't say that it's because I didn't have a father, so I need to go have attention. I need all attention from all this men and all this. No, I don't even really like to be around men anyways, to be quite honest with you. And in reality, shit, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that, because
That's true. Like you said, by not even having a father doesn't make an excuse to why you're going out here looking for a man. And I did see a comment that you just put up where she said, how is the mother dressing around the child? That could be a thing, is how is the mother dressing around the child? Or it could be, do the mother have different men around the child? Does she think that it's okay to have this many men? Does she think it's okay to get attention from men because the mother is getting this attention from men? See, when I came up, my dad wasn't around. So I was kind of confused, and I think my sister was kind of confused, because the way that my mom did it was, I'm finding out even now at this age that some of these uncles wasn't my uncle. But I'm finding that out as a grown man, though. You see what I'm saying? So when I was younger, that was uncle. You feel me? Even if it wasn't really uncle, I'm thinking it's uncle. Maybe my sister believed that that's uncle who such and such, uncle such and such. So even if she wanted to be free and do her own thing, she didn't put it in our face like, this is my boyfriend 1, this is my boyfriend 2. Damn, my mom had 10 boyfriends. I'm finding out now that this was not my uncle. Like, you see what I'm saying? So how are we approaching these relationships, or these men, if we don't even want a relationship? Are we walking around screaming fuck nigga free as a grown adult in front of our daughters, and then they grow up and do the same thing? You know what I'm saying?
Now the dressing, though, I don't fully agree with that, because if I'm an adult, I dress how I dress, but you need to understand you're a child. I can see if I'm dressing a certain way and making it okay for you to dress like that. That's a choice you make when you're grown. You're not gonna do it. I'm grown, so what I do is not for you. So the dressing part, I don't agree with.
And even on the dressing part, like, even if I do walk around with whatever the fuck I'm wearing, how are you getting whatever the fuck you wearing? Like you said, maybe from a friend or something, but it's damn sure not coming from me. So I can wear this, but I'm buying you this. So the only way you're really going to get this is if you go out and steal it, or if you get it from a friend, because you're not about to get it from me. But again, we still have to set these boundaries, and we have to set these what's the word? We have to set these I would say idolizations, I guess. If they're gonna idolize us and see how we are. That's like me saying, I don't want my kids to smoke. Smoking is bad for you. But I'm telling them that as I'm smoking a blunt in their face every goddamn day. They're gonna wonder why I'm smoking a blunt. No, you can't smoke a blunt because I said so. I'm your parent. As I'm smoking a blunt, they might go out with their friends and smoke the blunt. So my job would be, even though I'm smoking a blunt and I don't want you to smoke a blunt, and I'm a grown man, I can smoke a blunt when I feel like it, I still should smoke it in front of you, because if I smoke it in front of you, you're probably gonna want to smoke it. So if that's how I dress, if I'm walking around sagging my pants all day,
blunt though is different than dressing. I'm not gonna hide every time I want to wear something.
And that's why I was about to go into the dressing.
I don't even think it's us. I think it's the friends you're your friends that you are around, because their parents may allow them to dress like this. Their parents may let them walk out the house or go to whatever house party or whatever, because they want, and then they see them do it, and then their friends are like, come on, let's go. And I've had friends like that. But I chose to do the opposite. I don't want to dress like that. I don't want to be, revealing and all that other extraness. My grandma always told me, you have your time. You would have your time. Stay in a kid's place, because your time will eventually come. And I'm grown now. My time is here. So if I choose to dress that way, I choose to dress. If I don't, I don't. But I don't feel like that tells our kids that this is how we should dress.
Because they should have their own mind. True,
they have their own mind, and then if I'm walking
around my son, and I'm sagging constantly, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing thuggish clothes. My shirt say "fuck you." My pants sagging below my ass or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at my son, telling him he shouldn't dress like this. This is how I dress, because I want to dress like this. But you shouldn't dress like that. I don't think that my son is going to take that kindly. If that's how if he looking at me and he likes it, and I'm telling him not to do it, then I can see him walking out the door with his pants on his waist. But as soon as he get on the bus, or as soon as he get down the street, he sags his shit because that's what he like. He sees it from his father.
Y'all, you for example, sagging, can nobody be sagging? Nobody wants to see your drum.
Right.
But if I put on shorts and a halter top, I'm grown. You're still a child.
That's
I just kids need.
I don't know. That's a double standard right there.
It's not. Kids need to stay in the kids' place.
Nobody wants to see a man's drawers.
If I wear front lace or get my eyebrows done or wear lashes, that doesn't mean that she need to do it. She's still a child. That's for her to make that choice when she's an adult.
But a lot of times with that, like, okay, so for instance, when we're talking about makeup and lashes and all that, you got to go to school early enough to get all that done, because we're going to see how you walk out the house with your hair and your face and your makeup and stuff like that. And but with the clothes, if you got on some coochie cutters or whatever, you could throw on some pants, put on your coochie cutters and throw on some pants and walk out the house. And once you get down the street, take the pants off. You see what I'm saying? Because that's how you want to dress. But as far as like me saying like, I don't want you to do it and I'm going to do it, I just really feel like that's a dumb. Either way, like, because me, even on the man's side, listen, I like
on smoking and all that. I agree with that, but
I like leggings. Don't get it twisted. I like seeing girls with the leggings. I like the sundresses. I like the sundresses, you know what I'm saying? And then if a girl got on some old tight shorts, you know what I'm saying, I might look. But for the most part, that's not even what I'm going after. So if I see you walking around and you got on some hoochie mama clothes, I'm going to look at some man like, damn, she thick as hell or whatever. Damn, she look nice or whatever. But I'm probably not going to approach her. I'm probably going to approach the woman that looks more, you know what I'm saying, to me. She could still be the same as that woman who got on the coochie cutters and be a hoe. Or the woman with the coochie cutters could be a bank manager and never even
but a mom could wear short shorts and where it doesn't look hoochie-fied. But if the daughter tries to imitate, she probably gonna wear it different. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't agree with the dressing part. I don't.
Listen, hey, I understand you as far as you saying like you the mother, you wear what you want to wear, and the child don't listen to you and wear what you tell her to wear. I fully understand that, but I'm just saying as far as the influencing of it, if I see my people do it and I like how they look in it, I'm gonna want to look like that myself. If I see my dad dressed up in a suit and I feel like he looked dope in the suit, I'm gonna wonder how I'm gonna look in the suit. You see what I'm saying?
I think it is different though when it comes to the father and the son, though, or the father and the son and the boy and the uncle. I only say that because you guys are the prime example of the boy, though, like of your son or of your nephew or whatever. So they
will be the prime example of the mother.
I'm gonna be just like my Uncle Jim or whatever. I made up a name. I want you to be just like him. Ooh, or whatever. Or if they say, ooh, I want to be just like Dominique because he get all the girls. So I'm gonna start. So in a sense, we are an example of our nieces, nephews, daughters or whatever. So sometimes they will be like, oh, okay, I want to be just like your mama because she gets all the, or whatever. So I guess, in a sense, I do. Yes, it doesn't, about the dressing, but in a sense, yes, because when they're young, they do grow up. So they do watch our every move. They're like sponges. And even when they become in junior high. So if they're looking at Dominique and like, man, Dominique get all the girls, like, oh, what's all get all this money from? They're gonna be more curious.
So you might as well walk around like a nun then.
I would say walk around like a nun.
That is what you're saying, because that's just like big earrings. You're gonna tell me I shouldn't wear big earrings because my daughter's gonna want to wear them?
No, I'm not saying that. But
that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say.
But yeah, I understand what you're trying to say, Mslonda. I get your perspective, and I agree on that part. But I also agree on the other side that they do look at us. Now, it doesn't give them the right to try to, and we're gonna put them in their place. But like, you gonna wait till you turn 21 to 8 or whatever. You're not doing this stuff around me because you're in my household, my castle. So this is my rules. Don't want to abide by it. Then we will figure a different situation out. But in all reality, yes, they kind of do look at us, or the net kind of do. They do look at us, and they do. But I'm not going to stop how I dress, at least I'm going to dress appropriately and make sure that I, do that and so forth. But in reality, they do look at us. They look at us.
If you about to go out, you finna be a grown woman or man, and you finna step out, and this is what you about to wear as your attire for going out, and your child sees you going out like this. Hey, you ain't even able to go out. You don't even got a car to go out. You ain't got money to get in the club. You ain't old enough to drink. Don't worry about what I got on. But if this is what I'm wearing Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday, and this is just how you see me dressed,
so you shouldn't wear short shorts because you have a daughter?
I don't feel like you should wear it outside if you don't feel like your daughter should wear it.
Well, I ain't no church going woman, so
it don't have to be.
That's
Listen,
what I did down. That's what I did then. And my daughters don't dress like thoughts and never have.
So are you saying that you dress like a thought? I'm not.
But that's how y'all making it seem is like this is where people get a lot of shit twisted. Just because a woman wears something, she don't have to wear it like a thought. But they don't. Y'all feel like if a woman wears short shorts around her daughter, she's showing her a bad example. No, I disagree with that.
Is she walking outside with it?
As long as the shorts ain't in your coochie, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Okay, so then what would be the problem with your daughter wearing it? If it's not too revealing on you, then it shouldn't be too revealing on your daughter as well. That's what I'm saying. If you want to be revealing in public and everybody sees it, and your daughter sees that you're getting all this attention, and she wants attention as well, she's going to want to wear those things as well. So you can wear
every woman that puts on something short don't do it for attention though either.
And maybe because it's too hot outside. Okay, that's going to be your daughter's.
Which I agree. Not every woman put on clothes for attention because if you're curvy or whatever the case, it's going to show regardless. Or if you have, you know what I mean? Like you have big boobs, big butt, whatever, big thigh, it's always going to show no matter what. So, I mean, I don't know.
We still got to teach them. It will be more like, okay, listen, man. You can't go to school rocking the halter top. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to be more school oriented. You have to be more presentable for school. So if I buy you a hard top or something like that, and you walking around the house or something like that, and you got some more shorts on because you don't want to walk around, that's one thing. But you want me to be something that you are not. Or you want me to be something that you want me to be something different than what you are, but I'm looking to you for guidance. This is what I'm going to see. This is what I'm going to do.
Not okay. For instance,
so even if you want it back from
daughters
now,
at an age as to what certain things they could do. They could get their ears. They had their ears pierced, but nose rings and lip rings and all that. 16. You could wear hoops at 16. Now my other daughter, I changed that rule on her because all she did was fight, and I was scared that she was gonna get her ear ripped off. But certain things, okay, you talk to them and you tell them how to wear it. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. But I don't agree with saying if I choose to wear short shorts. It's fucking summer right now. If I had a 13-year-old, I'm wearing my halter top dress. I'm wearing short shorts Monday through Friday, and I don't feel like I'm setting a bad example for my child.
And then what are you going to have her wear?
Unrealistic expectations on stuff.
I don't know.
I'm just not about to allow it. Listen, I heard your mama can wear makeup all day. Your mama can wear hoochie stuff all day. That's what she wants to do with herself.
But I guess that's a man. I mean, it's a man's point of view. So I agree with you, Mslonda. I mean, and then I agree on the other side too. But
I just can't allow it.
I wear that type of stuff now, but you will never catch me with some shorts where you can see my coochie print. First of all, I don't like yeast infections, okay? Let's just go there. I wear shit that's presentable. It's short, but it's presentable. That's why I came up with the word clatchet. Because I can wear it, but I'm going to wear it with class. That's what I mean.
So you're saying it's ratchet, but it's classy.
That's a bad example to me. Now, if it's a mom that's dressing like she got realistic on the finna go stand on Hennepin or something, that's a whole totally different story.
I see the woman's point of view, man. I see it.
Today, though, Mslonda.
Huh?
You look cute today.
I can't hear because of the static.
I said you look cute today.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. But yeah.
I understand what you're saying, Miss Mslonda, as far as being a woman and wearing what a woman
I
wants.
think he's just a father. He don't want nobody looking at. He's just a father, and he don't want nobody looking at his daughter. He don't want. I think he just don't want to.
I understand what he's saying, but I'm talking about the comment where it said the dressing. How is the mom dressing? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes
okay,
I don't think that's a good example. Like I said, unless the mom is dressing like a prostitute, and we all
But then
know
if the mom not dressing like a
dress.
even if the mom dressing like a grown woman and she feel like it's okay to have this on or have this on or whatever, she feel like it's not too revealing, but it's a little revealing or whatever, but it still shouldn't be what a child should wear. I fully understand that. Like you still shouldn't wear this, even if it's a little tight on me. It doesn't mean you can see anything, but it's just a tight dress. I'm still a grown woman. I can wear this. You can't. I fully respect that. But what I'm saying is, a lot of times these especially these little girls, they want to be like their mother. They want to be grown. And unless somebody is putting them in their place, they're going to try to be grown. So they're going to try to outdo you. Okay, you look nice in that. Maybe I look even better in this. And you got these little boys or these grown men who praise this shit, who tell them how even much better they look. So now they want to keep on wearing it. So if anything, motherfuckers just need to go back to getting their ass with the be place they got them in place. If that's gonna be the case, like I'm gonna wear what the fuck I want, and if I catch you in this, I'm gonna beat your ass. And then maybe
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. That if I'm grown, what I wear don't got nothing to do with you. My rules is this is what you gonna wear until you of age to dress how you want to dress. That's what I said in the beginning.
I feel it, but I just also think that it still is an influence to the child. Like still, like you know what I'm saying. I'm looking if my dad sell dope, I'm gonna want to sell dope. If my dad is a lawyer, I'm probably gonna want to be a lawyer, especially if he in my life. Now maybe if he ain't been in my life and he out there selling dope, going in and out of jail, I'm gonna be like, oh no, I don't want to be like that nigga. But if
So
he in
then,
my
do
life,
you think a person who has a gay parent being raised by a gay parent, do you think that's an influence that the child is going
hell
to
yeah.
do? That I
I don't
could
think
be wrong.
I don't think that it's
Because
I don't
I've
think
always loved dingling and I was raised in a gay household, so that's wrong.
that's what I was about to say. I don't think that the child going to be gay because but I think that it's a possibility. I do think that it's a high percentage that the child could be gay, and it shouldn't affect them, or they wouldn't feel like they should be affected by their parents if they decide to be gay. Because if I live in a house and my mom got a stud woman or she got another woman that she's living with and they gay, then if I decide to be gay, I should be able to come to my mom and be like, shit, yeah, I'm gay now. Like, and she shouldn't look at me no different. Now, if I'm living in a house where there's a man and a woman, and I may be a little bit nervous to come to my parents and be like, I'm gay, because this is what I've seen my whole life. So now I'm about to do something different, and I'm a little bit nervous. So I do think that there's a high percentage of a child being gay, and I always told myself that. And until I had my daughter, I had two choices. Listen, I had my aunties and I had my sisters and I had my mama. There was no uncles. I ain't had too many uncles around. Maybe one uncle, and I didn't even see him all like that. All my cousins is girls. So I always had that two options. I was either gonna be a womanizer because I knew how to treat women, or I was gonna be gay and be like them because that's what I was being raised around. So I was either dog women like I did or be like a woman, which I wasn't. So once I had my daughter, I realized like that shit ain't cool because I don't want nobody doing this to my daughter. But all the way up until I had my daughter, I was being a womanizer because I knew what women like. I was around them my whole damn life. That's all I was raised by. So it's like, oh, okay, this woman like to do this. All right, so women like that. This woman like to do this. So women like that. So if you don't have those two different sides, you only get those choices. Like you either gonna be like what you're raised by, or you're going to womanize. You're going to use everything that you learned from these women and use it against them. And so that's what I did. I used it against them. But if you're talking about a person having that choice just because it's influencing, yes, I think that if you in a household and your parents have a gay relationship or a same-sex relationship, I think that adds more of a child going to go lean towards that side of
I don't know. My mom raised 3 kids. I'm a girl, 2 boys. None of us are gay. They got women. I mess with men.
But nobody could have looked at them different. Nobody could have looked at y'all different if y'all decided to
to mess with the same sex though, because y'all already had that in your household. Is what I'm saying. Nobody could have been
But
like,
I agree with you. I agree with you, boom. But also like that one last comment that you had posted. I mean, I feel like what we were saying, yes, as kids grow up, they look at your parents and they be like, oh, I want to be them. But then as they get older to that above age, I feel like we do have to have a conversation with them and let them know, hey, I know you're in high school now, this, that, and the other, or you're in junior high or whatever. And I feel like that as parents, like we should have that conversation. Like she stated that she was a stripper or something to that source, and that she wanted to, that she ended up talking to them or something like, with consequences and telling them consequences. So so I feel as a parent, they are going to look up to us. I'm not saying that they don't want, but who says that they may not want to do that later on in life? You know what I mean? Because to them, they lose fast money or whatever the case may be. I was able to see my mom get this and do that or whatever. So who says they may not want that? But as parents, I feel like we should have that conversation with them and let them know, like she stated, that there's consequences that come with that. Okay, well, if you want to be an adult boy, well, I can't control on that or whatever. As long as you're in my household, that's not going to happen. But I am going to let you know consequences do come with this situation. It's not a good life. You know what I mean? Some people don't come back from that. You know what I mean? To where they either something happened, they in jail, or they die. I'm doing this
because
it depends on the individual. Because I mean, that's just like my brother was a fake pimp. My sons didn't want to be pimps, or his son don't want to be a pimp. So I mean, it just depends on the individual.
It just depends on the situation, and also regardless, even if they say that they don't want it, you still just as a parent have that conversation with them, no matter what. So they can never. Kids want to go back. Well, you ain't never said this to me. They always want to say that shit. But still, as a parent, just say that conversation. Have a conversation with them, whether you listen to it or not. You did your job as a parent and said, hey, whatever, but as long as you're in my household, you're not wearing this, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, whatever the case may be. Not the fake pimp. So it just, I don't know. So it all just depends. And like I seen some comments saying that, it's all about how you were raised and stuff like that, which is true. But we're in a different, time zone now, or different generation that we should be communicating with our kids. I know way back when, there wasn't really a lot of communication, when it comes to that. But now that we're older and there's more access to things, like we should communicate, with our children and let them know instead of them finding out on the internet or through their friends or whatever the case may be when it comes to that. So, but
Fable, it's a new choice that Facebook is allowing. If you're on a live and you don't want people to know your name when you comment, then it'll just say Facebook user. But I know because I'm watching from more than one device, so that's how I know who's typing what.
Yeah, that's true though, man. As far as like, I understand like fake pimp or pimp. Like at this point, if I see somebody pimping, my choice is gonna be, oh, I like it, you getting money, or oh, I don't like how you treating women. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so those gonna be my options when I see the pimp situation. Like, if I see you stripping, oh, I like it, you getting money, or I don't like the way you're being treated. So yes, you can give me the consequences and all that, and I'm gonna have to deal with those consequences when I come about. Like, oh, you pimping these women, you're gonna be having to treat these women wrong. You may have to put your hands on a woman, or whatever consequences that comes after that, going to jail and all that. Well, shit, I'm ready to go to jail. I'm ready to slap a woman. I'm ready to tell, you know what I'm saying? That situation, or I'm ready to dance on the pole. Oh, these niggas gonna be trying to get you, or they gonna be trying to take it from you. Like, all right, I know what to do. I know how to handle them, and la la la. You know what I'm saying? You can give them the consequences. Like I said, I gotta sit down with my daughters and talk to them about sex and show them all the STDs they can get. That doesn't mean they're not gonna have sex. That just means they gonna know what can happen after they have sex. So it's like telling the influences. It's almost like saying not to be loud when you having sex around your children. I'm not gonna be trying to.
Wow, that I gotta agree with you. I used to be like, I just didn't like it. Like, daughter's room was too fucking close to mine's type shit. No.
Yeah. So you either gotta turn the music on blast, even though they still gonna know what you're doing or whatever, or however you're gonna do it, or go get a hotel room and go crazy or whatever the case may be. However you're gonna do it,
for the weekend or some shit.
But to tell them that they can't have sex is like, no, bro, you're just not having sex while you're living with me. You see what I'm saying? Because they're gonna do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? As much as I don't want my daughters to have sex, I can like all these positions that I know, I would hate for my daughters to be in these positions. Like, you know what I'm saying? So no, I don't want y'all doing it at all. But I do know that they're going to do it. So it's like, I don't know, man. We just have to let them know like what these things can do, like the lady said, as far as the consequences, and then they gonna make up their mind. But as far as clothes go, only thing I can say is, regardless of what I buy me, I'm not buying it for you. However you get it is on you. If you putting on makeup and shit, it better be in the bathroom at school. And then just like you just said, basically,
what if somebody dressed like a grandma, like wear floral all the damn time? Like,
hey, I'm with it. You feel me?
I'm just saying, like.
And no, hey, to go back to your question earlier that you said before we go to the next topic, I know we've been here for a minute, but just to answer your question earlier when you said what about the gay household, I did see a video, right, where the girl walked up to her dad and was like, "Dad, I'm gay." She like 14, 15. She's like, "Dad, I'm gay." That nigga down there had a party for her, like, hey, like, you know, he was happy as hell he was gay. But you know what I'm saying?
What do you think he would have did if that was his son?
Yeah, see, because that's the problem. That's the double standard too. But I feel it because I don't know what I would do if it's my son. I'm still gonna love my son, but I'm not buying you the clothes. You see what I'm saying? I'm not buying my son no dresses. If that's what you want to do, you want to identify as woman, you want to move with the movement and shit like that. You got to figure that out on your own, bro. Like, I'm still gonna feed you. I'm still gonna house you. I'm still gonna help you get the things you need. But when we go school shopping, we're going to school shopping for boy clothes. If you find a way to get some girl clothes, that's on you. But I'm taking you to get these boy clothes. I'm not buying you no makeup. I'm not buying you none of this feminine ass shit that you want just because you feel like you want to be a girl. You got to figure that out. But over here, I'm still gonna buy you these boy clothes. I'm not gonna disown you. I ain't gonna be like, oh, this ain't my son. I ain't rocking with you. We can't talk no more.
Yeah.
None of that. But there are gonna be some conversation that it's gonna be hard for me to have because I'm not gonna be able to talk to you about boyfriends. You want to go talk to your mom about that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, I'm gonna be trying to talk to you about basketball and football still, like, you know what I'm saying? Which don't get it twisted. Gay people like basketball and football, but that's what I'm gonna be trying to talk to you about, like some old Bailey shit. So you want to come at me with that feminine shit, you might have to go to Mom Dukes on that one. But I'm still gonna feed you, house you, clothe you the way that I would want you to buy the clothes. And once you old enough to buy your own clothes, then go buy them. Like, and I'm not going to agree with the mother if she decides to go and buy you some old girly ass hot top because I'm going to take that shit. You feel me? Unless I'm not in the house, I'm going to take that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to go waste your money on buying my son a hawker top, I'm going to take it, and your money's going to be wasted. I'm not even going to get the option to go get the refund. You just lost that money for real. That's how I'm looking at it.
I'm glad you called it too, Fable. I see you went over to YouTube. You like, I want them to know who I am. Show my name. I'm sorry, Jamie has to leave, so we need to go on and get into the third topic about the girl and the woman, the baby mama throwing the food because the baby daddy brought only his child some food or whatever. I would like to hear her what she has to say before she has to leave, and then we can continue on. Before that, though, it's 159 people watching. The likes are not adding up, so I'm gonna need for y'all to hit the like button.
Oh, it's 159 people. So did I even watch that video? A little bit, I think. What was it about again? Something about she was mad.
Her baby dad bought his son some McDonald's, but he didn't bring none for her other 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And she felt he was wrong. She took the food, she threw it or whatever. He even offered to take the boy to the car and feed him, and she just wasn't going.
If I had other children, I only have one, but if I had other children, how would I feel? I don't think I would be tripping. I mean, I don't, because if he chooses to get everyone some food, then hey, you know what I mean? I appreciate that. But in all reality, I'm really just, as long as you do for yours, that's all that matters. Yes, I think I did see a video partial of it. She was saying, because I couldn't listen to her no more. It was just, but I think she was saying that they were used to date, and he used to do for everyone, and now
Yeah,
they
I saw
don't
that
date
video.
anymore. So, or whatever. So, I mean, in all reality, I guess he could have, to be generous, but maybe he didn't have the money to get all the kids something to eat. You know what I mean? Maybe this was their thing that on a certain day. I mean, we don't know, but in all reality, I just feel like I don't see he was wrong on that, because I feel like we be putting, some women be putting so high expectation on men to do for everyone in the household. In reality, he doesn't have to do anything. He could have not came and brought the kid anything. You know what I mean? But he's wrong for just bringing his son some food. I mean, I just don't see anything wrong with it. And I only have one kid, but if I had multiple, I don't think I would be tripping over somebody not bringing my other children food. Now, if you choose to bring my other children food, then, you know, thank you. I appreciate it, but you didn't have to. That's really who I am. You know, I'd be worried about keeping that relationship with you and your son. That's all that matters. You know, if this is a thing that you want to do every Wednesday, you know, come and bring McDonald's, you know, for your son, then, you know, then that's y'all thing. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Or maybe I'm tripping. I know a lot of women.
You're not tripping. There was nothing wrong with it. And then it's not like he didn't try it on his part. Like, he clearly said, well, let me take you to the car. She just wasn't having it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of these baby mamas take shit to the extreme. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen situations where, you know, the man can have one kid by this person, and this baby mama want to put all this responsibility on him and her family. Well, if you take him, you got to take the rest. No, motherfucker, you got that shit all wrong. We're not responsible for the other ones unless we choose to be. Mm-hmm. You can't put that on nobody.
Yeah, I just I don't know. They put so much expectation, like I said, on men. You get mad at a man that's actually trying, you know, and then it be the men that ain't doing nothing. They have nothing to say, but the men that are actually out here trying and doing what they're supposed to do and support, you know, their children and even the baby mama, it's a problem. And I can never rock with that. I just don't ever understand. I don't ever understand why, like, I don't know. But a lot of women were really upset about that. They were upset, like, they should have, you ain't finna come to my house. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just different. Or we just different. So I don't care. As long as you're doing for mine, that's all that matters. I don't care. We didn't have these other children. Yes, we may have been dating. Yes, we may have been we've been living together, whatever you were doing for. But in reality, we were living together. You took on the responsibility or whatnot. But it's one thing, I guess, if he took it on to where he said, okay, we're splitting or whatever, but I'll still do for the others, you know, and my son, then I guess I can see where her anger or where she would feel some type of way, because I would probably feel some type of way because you kind of did say that, hey, you know, or whatever. But then again, you aren't obligated because these aren't your children. You know, my son is just yours. But I mean, but she never stated anything about that. She never stated that, hey, you know, he said that he was going to take care, but all she said was, we used to want to live together. We were together and he was doing for them then. So why should it stop now? You know? So, and then on top of that, it doesn't say how long they were together either. So I guess that would play a part too, because if they were together for, I would say 3 or 4, maybe 5 years, then you were in those kids' lives for 5 years. So then in a sense, I kind of would probably expect you to still kind of do your doings, I guess, in a sense. I don't know. I guess it depends. But she never mentioned any of that. So it's hard to even say. I'm just going off of the words that she stated that, hey, I don't care. As long as you do for mine, that's all that matters. Now, if she went in detail, like, hey, we've been living for 5 years. We were engaged. We were this. We were that. Then I can see, like, okay, why she would be so angry. But the fact of the matter is she didn't state any of that. So it makes it look like they were just dating for a year, maybe less than a year, and they broke up.
Well, I would like to know, do she talk to any other baby daddies like that?
Exactly. And that's another thing. Did she get child support for them? Do they, so it's just like this big old thing. And I'm just like, if you gonna go out and do allegations, then state facts, go all the way into it instead of getting pieces of it, because as us viewers, we gonna run with whatever we hear you say, and we gonna go with our own opinion. But if you don't tell us anything more to go off of, we're gonna think, girl, well, at least I'm gonna think you crazy. You crazy, until you can give me facts or give me some information that stated that, hey, we were engaged, we were whatever the case may be. It's hard for me to even back this woman up, because you're not giving me anything to help you or want to help support your situation, because at the moment you look like a fool. Because I don't care, because I will go buy my kids some McDonald's right now. Like, I don't care. So yeah, I don't know, that's my opinion. Yeah. I don't know about y'all, but that's my opinion. So,
that's my opinion too. I just thought she was ignorant. Shit.
Exactly.
But even more ignorant. Hold on, Boom. What was even more ignorant? Somebody sent me a video. The man went and got all the baby daddies, and they all jump out of pickup truck, and they get to walking up to the door, handing her food and shit. And then as they all walking away, she said, "Where's my food?" And then they all turn around and start charging.
Yeah, I see that shit. Motherfucking
Well, I think that we are maybe missing the point on what type of person she could have been during him being in the children's life.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true.
We can talk about what the man should have did, what he is obligated to do, and what he's not obligated to do. Talk about if he was good with the kids or if he wasn't good with the kids or whatever type of situation they was on. But my thing is, and I only and first off, like somebody said in the comments, this could have been a skit. And even if it was a skit, this shit probably do happen in real life. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was just a skit. But I've been in a situation where I had to check the whole family on me being in the child's life and taking care of a child, and then saying that I don't want to do it anymore for my personal reasons. And that reason being is because it's okay for me to come and get the child taken wherever you want to go, buy this child whatever the child wants, do things for this child. But then when it comes down to me checking this child, I'm not the father. So I've been in this child's life for 5-6 years. Maybe the child 5-6 years old, maybe the child 15 years. I don't fucking know. But what I'm saying is I've been in this child's life for this long ass time, and it's okay when I'm going on my way doing for this child. But then when it's time for me to check this child and put this child in his place, I'm not his father. So, okay, so I'm not about to do this shit no more. Well, you've been doing it for 5-6 years. Okay, but I was his father then, and y'all had no problem with me doing all that. But now when I'm about to put this child in his place, it's a problem. So we don't know what this man was going through, if he was a skid or not. We don't know what this man's situation was going through. We don't even know how she was acting toward this man when he was doing it, to where he got to the point where he was like, man, you know what? I'm going to just do for mine then.
Oh, you know what? I said, we don't know, because she didn't go in detail. She just stated that he came and brought their son food, and that was it. That's why I said I can't even help or support her because she didn't go in detail. So
now what I will say,
and you don't have to go in detail and tell your whole business, but in reality, you do sound crazy, because
I mean, you giving up this part, you might as well give up everything. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is, if that's not the case, let's say it wasn't no problem with him being in the child's life. There wasn't no problem with him chastising the child or nothing like that. He just was on some old hissy fit ass shit because they wasn't together no more and said, fuck them kids. That's wrong. Now, I did find out that the kids are older. From what she claimed, the kids are older. They was there before his child came, and that he was supposed to be looking out for the kids before his child came. So maybe he could have brung all the children some food. Like I've been seeing all kinds of posts. He could have brung up some pizza. He could have did this. He does this every day for the kids, la, la, la. But at this point, it's like, if I'm already doing for the children, if I got the children, if you got children before I start talking to you, the children come with the package. So if I'm dealing with you, I'm gonna be dealing with the kids. So if I build up a relationship with the kids, and then me and you break up, and me and the kids still cool, they still can text me and call me and all that stuff like that. Shit, they can call me and tell me they hungry. I'm not gonna look for the other dad. Shit, if you hungry, call me. I'll bring you some food. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, the only thing that I think that this man was wrong, at through this skit or through this real life situation, is the fact that should have been his first instinct was, I'm outside, let my son come outside. Even if he ain't got enough money to buy the rest of the kids nothing, that should have been it. He shouldn't have been walking up to the door with a bag of food and the cup, like, here, get this to my son. I'm out. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shouldn't have been part of the next part of the discussion. Well, let him come outside. Let him eat in your room. It should have automatically been, I'm about to pull up, send my son outside. You know what I'm saying? Boom, bow. And we could have left it at that. But I don't think that he should have brought the food to the door. But it just seemed like she was already ready. Like, you know what I'm saying? From watching the video, he about to pull up. Look at him. I know he do this every day. Every time he come, he bring the la. So she already knew that he was about to pull up. So
I don't agree. I don't see he did anything wrong.
I don't. Why would you?
I'm always trying to support us, but I just don't see nothing he did wrong because again, we don't know the backstory. We don't like it.
But like you said, you got one child. So let's just say you got two children, two different baby dads. And obviously your kids are hungry because one of them are calling their dad talking about they're hungry or whatever the case may be.
But how do you know that they were like hungry? How do you not know that? Like my whole thing is, okay, I would say what you were gonna say, and then I have to get ready to go. But say what you're gonna say so I can say because I have something on my head. And
just basically all I was gonna say is like it's just like, okay, so you got a son, you got two sons, or you got two daughters. One daughter talking about she hungry, this, that, and the other. You might got some noodles and ravioli for the other daughter, but my daughter about to get McDonald's. So now my daughter about to sit here and eat this Happy Meal and all this other stuff in front of your daughter's face. I don't feel like that would be right. Maybe come back in the house with a toy from the Happy Meal, that's cool. But I don't feel like my child should sit in front of your child and eat, knowing that your child about to eat some noodles or some ravioli or something.
Yeah, that's with any child in any situation, though. I don't think that. You know what I'm saying? That's just like handing out a popsicle to my child, and there's other kids visiting, but I don't give them one. You know what I'm saying? So
y'all ain't my kids.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I agree with that, but I guess it's just like, I guess you should. Oh my God, every household is different. So I guess maybe if she's struggling or whatever and really don't have no food, then I guess I would feel some type of way or whatever. I mean, but in all reality, I mean. Him. I don't know. I guess
you're not obligated. You're right. You're not obligated.
Yeah, you're not obligated. But in all reality, I'm thinking to myself, like, one, why are you even calling your baby daddy to bring any food in? Like anyways, if you know that this is his MO, if you know that he's just gonna bring his son some stuff, if you know,
right?
You know what I mean.
And that's when she called him, or did the son call him? Because you know you got kids.
Yeah, so
like,
I mean, we don't
they don't want to eat what you serving, and then I'm gonna just call my dad and tell him to bring me some McDonald's. So that could be the situation.
We don't even know this. We don't know the situation, but I don't know. I just don't see myself.
All in all, he ain't obligated to do shit for them kids. I don't care how long he was in their life. He ain't obligated to do nothing for them, but he damn sure ain't have to let them eat in front of the other kids. He could just be like, bring my son, I'll be back, we'll be back, or we're going to sit right here and talk.
Which I agree.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Fabo. Thank you for joining.
How you doing, Mslonda?
I'm doing good.
Okay. Yeah, I've been listening to the conversation in the chat. But I do want to say this about that situation about two different type of baby daddies. I want to say that, when a baby mama wants her insignificant other or whatever wants them to take care of their child, they're gonna take care of their child. But some baby daddies is nice enough to pay for other baby daddies' kids' food or whatever. But I do want to say that you have some that trip. They trip. If they nice enough to buy kids' foods and clothes and stuff like that because the other baby daddy is not provided for them, he's gonna trip. You have baby daddies that trip out here and baby mamas that trip, even though that they're not even together. You have a lot of people that's not even together. This mama is single and she got two sets of kids from two different baby daddies. And what if the reason why he bought his son, because even though he was taking care of his son Because what if he only bought him a meal or some clothes and stuff like that, and not the other kids because he don't want that other baby daddy to trip. You have other babies daddies that trip because they don't want other people taking care of their kids or buying them nothing. Because first of all, they're gonna think that, oh, what if he put some in my baby's food, my son, my daughter's food? I don't know what he be doing. Maybe he favoring his kid and then putting something in the other kid's food or something like that. These baby daddies trip. They is very cautious. That's why a lot of them do they just take care of their own kids. And even baby mamas. That's just like with another baby mama. She's gonna say, oh, I don't want her doing my hair. I saw a video before where this baby this she's not even a baby mama. This lady, she was a stepmother, and this lady was so jealous of her. The baby mom was so jealous of her because she was providing, she was helping, she was a team, and she did hair so pretty, so she decided to do her stepdaughter's hair, and the mother of that child didn't appreciate that. So I'm just trying to figure that, but this is what I'm saying. They tripping because people is trying to do the best they can to take care. And what if you don't have kids? Some kids don't even have a mama and daddy to look up to, and you have the other person that's there for that child. And I'm gonna have to agree on that father for what he did because of the baby mama that's tripping. You can't blame that on that baby daddy because he is providing for his child because he know what the other baby daddy's gonna say, like, oh, he bought my baby's food. I don't know what he did. What if that baby daddy came over and said, oh, he did buy them food? Oh, I'm gonna take this and throw it away. Yeah, you know how petty they are. I have it's so much going on in the world, y'all. All this To me, all this is just a distraction because they not only have that going on, they have this CERN thing that's about to turn on. They got all this. They got this pride. They got all this stuff going on. It's been 4 days in a row, y'all, that my state and the city of Detroit kids being killed every day. It's too much going on, y'all, for all this petty mess. It's too petty for me. I just wanted to say this from my heart because if I was a stepmama, if somebody else had a child, I would still. I don't even care if they gave them something. I still provide for that child because I'm married to this person. And maybe the child, and it's all up to the child. Like if the child really loved this person and was so nice to him, and they really showed discipline for this child because they love that child, even though that they don't have one, they still will love that child, even though that the other person is not there for them because it's not their fault that they going out to clubs and stuff and doing whatever they want. It's numerous people out there like that because they're unfit mothers and what they call deadbeat dads. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a whole bunch of them like that, and that's all I got to say for now. I know he
Hey,
want to talk. I know
no,
he
no,
want to talk.
no. I was just gonna say on what you were saying, like what you had said earlier. I had seen a post where the lady had said where a couple of females had agreed, like, shit, my baby daddy ain't even gonna pull up, so let me keep out of this. So, like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of
Right.
females whose baby dad wouldn't even pull up, like, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I understand what you're saying fully. My only thing is, it for me, it just definitely depends on the situation. I feel like he's not obligated to do for nobody else's child, but at the same time, as far as just looking into the kids' eyes or looking at the kids from the kids aspect of it, if my sister dad bring her some food, which I'd have been on the opposite side of it. I've seen my father before he disappeared give my sister some money and not give me shit, and he not even her dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel some type of way about that. But as far as like these obligations that some of these females are making it seem like it's his obligation. It's not his obligation. Only thing I felt like he was obligated is to be like, you know what, those kids don't need to sit there and watch my child eat a fucking popsicle. Like, all right, come over here right quick. Walk down the street with me right quick. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, like you said, in the marriage, for sure in the marriage, like, you know what I'm saying, we not gonna fucking do all the I'm not doing because they'll make my kids. If we married, those kids come with in the package. You know what I'm saying? Only thing that I tell, and I told my kids' mother this, like, listen, all the kids, the child that you had before me, she had one child before me, and we got 5 altogether because I include him. That's my child. Me and her break up or not, that's my child. But you have another child after me, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? I can't really be the stepdaddy of the year on that one. Like, you got to figure that out with you and your new baby dad. Like, and now you call it sucker shit or whatever, but I'm going to continue taking care of my children and the ones that came before my children. Anything that comes after me, that's your decision. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like he was wrong. I just feel like he should have. His first instinct should have been bring my son out to the car. But again, who knows? Who knows if that's even the relationship that they have? Because she could be on the other end. Like, shit, you can't even see your child. You can't see your child. Bring him some food, but you can't see him. You can't see him. So he might have automatically came at her like that.
He did offer to take him to the car. I want to say thank you for the super chat, Fable, before we continue on. But he did offer to take him to the car, and she didn't want that either.
So obviously you can see that she probably don't even be letting him get his son when he won't.
But you know what? She grown and she know better. She should know all this. It should have made sense to her. She know better. You just got people like that who act like they don't want to know better. They just want to act stupid and petty. You got a whole bunch of it out here.
And what really killed me is she said earlier, she said, I don't get my food stamps to the 7th. Then as she kept on going on, she was like, I'll give my food stamps to the 11th. So it could have definitely been a skit or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's trying to do, but when I did see the video that she posted, regardless if she was getting videos or not, food stamps or not, that hair looked done, them nails looked done. You know what I'm saying? So if she has some type of money, and that's what I
was gonna say. She could have just easily just went on the dollar bill and got them something. You know what I'm saying? I seen somebody that's a friend on my friends list on Facebook posted it. She posted, this is what a real mother would have did, and she broke the burger into like 5, split the fries up, and had it on paper plates. I mean, like, grow the fuck up.
And they calling that what is that? A siblings meal, a McDonald's siblings meal.
Meal. That's funny.
That killed me. That's like curiosity killing the cat. But
the latest one.
But they're saying that all this stuff is staged because you can tell, because all she wanted was more followers, and she wound up getting her hair did. She wound up put her little itty makeup on, all that stuff. And you just sitting up here talking about how one of your baby daddies ain't feed all the kids, when you could have used all that. You supposed to been putting your kids first on every doggone thing, because you not married. It's all about the kids. You should have gave them their food first instead of getting your hair and stuff did. Where was you going?
Hey, well, I'm happy you woke on that CERN situation. I just did a show on it the other day, so I'm happy you woke on that too.
Oh, the CERN situation, man.
So did y'all see the latest video though?
What's that? With
the baby mom mad because her baby daddy's wife bought her daughter a dress for her 6th grade graduation the night before, and she went live and made a big ass issue out of it. But the whole time she's talking, I'm sitting here like, okay, so why the fuck? What was you planning on buying one? Because I never heard you say I had already planned on buying one or I had bought one. I never heard you say that.
I just said that earlier, that other people be tripping because somebody else bought stuff for their child. I just said this earlier when I got up here, but it don't make no sense. It don't, Mslonda. I don't get it. But if you not there, if you messed up in your relationship and you not with that person no more, but they got custody of them doggone kids and somebody else is taking care of them, that maybe they should let them do that, because you don't have time for the kids.
That he's with somebody that wants to do that though. See, and appreciate it and respect it, because you got some women that's just like, dang, my motherfucking child.
Right. But see, I do get that too. I do get that. But like I was saying, yeah, you got other baby mamas and baby daddies that trip. That's why they leave that alone and let them take care of their own child. You know? Yep. Because that's how people in my family do it. If you got three different, okay, one of my cousins, she has two kids, which is a brother and sister, and then the other one is a brother, but it's from a different baby daddy. Now he take care of his son, and then the other baby daddy take care of his two kids, and that's all they got. And it just went from there. Like, okay, I'm not about to take care of, but even though that he kind of helped them just a little bit, but he don't help them like that. Like, them not my kids. So I'm gonna just take care of my own kid. And my cousin, she didn't have a problem with that. She was okay with it because she had babies from two different baby daddies, and they did what they had to do. They had to take care of their kids, and people can't cope with that. They just, girl, it's just too petty.
I did. I
Some of
did
these,
just see a video.
some of these baby daddies a hard time. There's another one where the lady was hooping and hollering because her baby dad took her child and to Walmart. Like, girl, stop, get it together.
No, I just seen the video. I don't know if they just trying to do a skit because everybody just want to record every goddamn thing. Like, it just needs to
Right.
be put on TV. But I did just see a video where dude was mad. He was tripping on his girlfriend or his baby mama. He was mad at his baby mom because he like, every time I go to work, my kids keep talking about they're hungry, but your kids not hungry. Why you ain't feed my kids? Like, you know what I'm saying? She talking about well, you ain't take nothing out for them to eat. And he like, what the hell? You could have took up your kids ate. Why my kids ain't ate? Like, so he like, we got kids together. You feeding our kids together, but you're not feeding the ones that I have that's not yours. Like, you rather me bring them with food or drop them off with food. Like, so he
Right.
had a problem with
Maybe a
that.
skit, but shit like that really does happen though.
Yeah,
It really does happen. And it's sad though.
it is sad.
Because if you don't want to spend your money to feed them kids, then like she said, unthaw something and make a whole meal for everybody then.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Maybe he shouldn't have dropped them off hungry. Maybe he shouldn't. But goddamn, like shit, nigga, I'm dropping them off to you. Like shit, you drop your kids up to me, they gonna eat. Like, so I don't know, man. I don't know how people are in this
And
world.
then she in the wrong too. You literally went on the internet to get followers and views and stuff like that. Talk about this when you got your hair did, your little makeup and stuff on. But all that, and that cost like about $200-$300. You could have got your kids something to eat.
It's the obligation for me,
That's
man.
what pissed me
Yeah,
off.
the what you call it, priorities.
Man,
You
they not
supposed to put your top priorities first, and that's what she didn't do. All she did was go on the internet to get more views and followers. That's all that was.
And that's why they claiming this is skit, because they claiming her and dude together, man. They did this for that. So only thing I would say is maybe they opened if it is fake, they opened the eyes to shit that really does go on in this world. But from what I'm seeing, it seemed like everybody was against her. So I don't know if it go on that much.
Yeah.
It seemed like everybody
That's
was
why
against
she
her.
made that last video. Like, and then you heard her mention that, oh, it's okay when you dipping and dabbing. So I don't know.
Girl, I'm done with the internet. They done got on my nerves.
Yeah, that's why I'm moving on the CERN. That's why I ain't drinking tomorrow or the next day. I think I'm gonna even fast shit because I'm finna watch with these people who actually got power.
I almost forgot and almost poured me a drink before the show started. I said, "Oh wait, no, I'm gonna do Pepsi."
So no, it's okay to listen. It's okay to drink.
Mslonda, I was gonna do a Seagram drink too.
Y'all silly, man. Look, it's okay to drink, man. Just don't lower your vibration to where you fucked up. Like, you can take a shot or two, but just don't be out here fucked up. Like, oh, I'm feeling good. Don't get too crazy, because then when you out of it, that's when he can fuck with you, them low vibrations. So keep your vibration high.
My mind remembering it ain't too sharp no more. So I'm gonna
this right here might fuck with it. They already reset this shit before, man. This shit might fuck with your mind again. So hey, this getting scary. I ain't about to make this conversation about that certain shit. But that shit real.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah. But But because me and my cousin was talking about this last night when we was at the hotel. It was me, my sister, my cousin, and my niece and her daughter. We was all spending out the hotel. We was talking about the CERN thing. That what they was talking about. What they're trying to do is they're trying to open up you know how God created us. They're trying to see where all the particles. You know how when you see in a galaxy there's many universes and stuff like that. Our brain and cells is just like that. They're trying to they're trying to figure out how God created us, how our skin is like this, how the blood is warm still, how all the particles, where did this come from, and all that other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And and
That's what they
they're
giving us.
they're trying to open up a dark matter. And
Antimatter.
Elon Musk, it was two billionaires. Elon Musk was one of them, and Bill Gates was telling them not to do that. They do not want to, or you. I'm sorry to cuss, but what's gonna happen is if something go wrong, we all fucked.
Yeah, you talking about Stephen Hawkins, the crippled dude.
Yes, Stephen Hawking and Elon Musk, not Bill
Mm-hmm.
Gates.
Talking about
Elon
Stephen
Musk, he
Hawking.
a little crazy cuckoo, but he knew exactly what he was talking about. Though
Yeah,
that man said, "Do not open that,"
but they
and
don't
that's
care about that.
exactly what they is going to do.
Yeah, they don't care
Because
about
if
that.
you think about it, if you look up, because I know Mslonda was in this chat room when we was in there. Remember when they was talking about the language, the first ever religion or spoken language, it was Hindu. They
Yeah.
have a Hindu in front of this CERN industry building right now with the lady with the four arms or something like that, and then the circle around behind this forearm Sheba lady is supposed to be the portal. So what they're trying to do is open some sort of portal to a dark matter, trying to see and figure out where we came from and how we was made and where was God at. You can't see God.
Well, they found the particle. They found the particle. But remember, we just did the show on this, Miss Fonda, man. We just did the show on this. I just
I
did the show
told
on
her
this.
that.
We just did the show on this like 2-3 days ago, man. I did the show on this CERN situation, man, because I've been knowing. See, we've been knowing about the CERN situation for years now. Like I said, I don't
Right.
want to go too far about it, but this the third time they finna run it. This is about to be the most powerful time. They about to run it at the highest they have ever run it before. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they already done open portals, man.
Yeah.
They already done did these shits, like, and they done found the God particle. But when they found the God particle back in 2000, I think it was 12 or something like that, 2012, when they found it, I guess the machine wasn't fast enough for them to break
Oh my
down that
God.
particle. So now that they found the God particle, they trying to break down the God particle, which is what they're doing now, which is why they got them. They done did all the upgrades, which is why they shut it down and did all that. So now they finna break that down. So it's really scary. But what I think that before we get up out of here, I think that everybody really needs to start taking Stranger Things seriously. Like
I
watching.
watched. You know what? I watched that show, and I've seen somebody do a video off of it too. Because wait a minute, because Stranger Things is actually based on a true story with those monsters and portals.
Right.
Because they had a lab and they were opening up this portal or whatever this is. Because man, you in Stranger Things, you had the Russians. Come on, this CERN thing is
In
from
Sweden.
Switzerland and
Mm-hmm.
Russia.
In France. Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's right there.
So that's what I'm saying. We need to start taking this shit more seriously as watching after watching that show. Like, and I say that one because you can go watch the show like The Mist, or you can go watch the Stargates and see like what they actually trying to come up with.
Right.
But Stranger Things like breaks it all the way down completely. Like,
But let me tell you, I've watched Dark Matter. You gotta watch that. And in Stranger Things, 11 is supposed to be now. She's human and everything, but 11 is supposed to be a computer. Did y'all know that? Because if 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 they're finding this God particle, you know, if something ever goes left or whatever, it's like they're gonna wind up reading our minds. They're gonna know what we're thinking. They're gonna know where we're going. They're gonna know if a murderer did this and who's the murderer and all this other stuff. All this technology that we got, the cell phones, the computers, the TV and stuff like that. All they're gonna be watching us and trying to figure out what the heck is we doing. Because it's a lot of people talking on the internet about the government. You got all this stuff going on, and then you had some people that was silenced and their lives was muted because of all this stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
She's supposed to be the one that can save them. Who they talking about?
I'm talking about 11.
She's supposed to be the one that can save. Yeah.
She a robot?
No, she's not a robot. I'm just
Well,
saying.
we don't know. Remember,
you know how she what they call it, telekinesis and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretend like she's a computer. She basically in our world is supposed to be a computer, but she saves people in Stranger Things. She's she's a telekinesis person where she can move objects.
Well,
and she the one who opened a portal from this person who actually helped her escape and everything, but she didn't know that he was an evil person, because some kind people can be evil. They can be evil, and this man was evil.
Another show for people to watch is Black Mirrors, man. Check that out.
Black Mirror
from season 1 all the way to the last show. Just watch that, and you're gonna really see how they really getting down. A lot of these things is already here, but you would think that it's sci-fi because they put in the TV. But Black Mirror is definitely a show for people to watch. That
I'm gonna watch that. You need to watch Dark Matter.
Dark Matter. I was getting to that.
Dark Matter is on Netflix, and because it's a sci-fi series. So yeah, it's going to it's really, really good, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to open a portal or something to a dark matter. And then I heard another video. They were talking about how a CERN opened up a black hole. It basically created a black hole. I'm like, what?
That was back in 2012. That's where you get your Mandela effects from. That's where you get your, like, was it GIF or was it Jiffy? Was it Looney Tunes, TUENS, or was it Looney Tunes, TOONS?
Wow.
Your Bernsteins and your Bernsteins. That's where you get that. And a lot of times, like, okay, so I'm gonna say these last two things, and I'm gonna get up off of it. But so for one of the things was like the Mandela effect. A lot of people from the Mandela effect, the Mandela himself. A lot of people say that he died in jail. A lot of people say he died of old age. I think we just recently.
I heard that.
You know what I'm saying? So that was one part of the Mandela effect. The second part of the Mandela effect was God, it was just on the Emmett Till situation. Now, I don't know if she died or if she didn't die, but I do know that a few years back, the lady who put that information out, she had said that she was lying on her dying bed. So she was supposed to be dying, and she said that she lied about the Emmett Till situation. And
she lied. The lady is still alive, but what happened was they just discovered where they was. Where Emmett Till was at the court.
Yeah.
That court, they just discovered all her files and information that she was pled guilty, and they never showed that crap.
Yeah, they found the warrant for her arrest, and they never did it because they
found the all the warrants and stuff.
But they're saying that she's still alive, and she's still alive and well.
Yeah.
But she was supposed to be dying when she said that she lied about the situation. She was supposed to be dying then. So it's like, was she dead or is she alive? You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's like that's part of the Mandela effect too. Like, did she already die or is she?
Oh no, she ain't dead. She's still alive.
That black hole shit, that shit real. All this certain shit is real, and I know that a lot of times people look at this shit and be like, it's sci-fi, it's TV, man. I think people just need to go research it more and really understand what they're doing, because we could really sit here and come up with everything we think they're gonna do. But the truth of the matter is, the real truth of the matter is they really trying to figure out these particles. So
that's right.
That's true.
But see, and then you got all of them digging up these mummies. You got them digging up stuff out the ocean.
Man, come on.
It's too much of this stuff going on. You got
don't leave well enough alone.
Right.
Yeah.
They need to start leaving. But you already know who I'm talking about. They need to stop digging and discovering stuff. That's all they
We talking
do
about
is
this, the
steal.
opposite. We talking about the opposite.
Yes,
Talking
I
about-
know. Just leave the dead people that's buried under the ground. Let me tell y'all something. You got King Tut. King Tut was one of them. They said King Tut himself said, if you discover my body and you desecrate it or whatever, you will be cursed and you will die. That's exactly his. And guess what? When them people discovered it, they all died.
Hey man, it's getting crazy out here, man. All I
It
say
is
is
it
don't
is getting
drink.
crazy.
Keep your levels high. Try and get your powers, whatever power is about to come
Yeah.
to you.
They
Drink
man,
milk.
right.
Drink milk.
Drink milk. Don't drink from today on. From tonight until at least the 6th, 7th. Don't drink, man, because them vibrations going to be sent out, man. And them vibrations could definitely be some type of entities or something that can enter your body. Because we all know when you drunk, you release your spirit. Spirits
Did
can
you
get
hear? Did you hear? It does the effects on paranormal activity. Did y'all hear about that?
in. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
It's about to be a lot more people
And
seeing ghosts.
that
Boom,
that
this
kind of
is
reminds me.
discussion we need to have again.
You need to make a laugh about that.
I just did a show. But I can keep doing it because I like it. So I can
Yeah,
keep on talking about it.
Mslonda need to make a podcast about the is the CERN going to create paranormal activity, because you have to think back then, cause me when I was younger, I've seen ghosts.
Okay, see, I said boom because that's his thing. That's really not my thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, well, he need to make a podcast about that.
I did one. We just did one the other day, man. She was just sitting there chilling, watching, man. But we just did one the other day, though, man. I still got some more to talk about it too, even before and after it. So I'm gonna continue doing it myself. But yeah, I'm into that. Like I'm super into that. The whole CERN, the whole.
Yep. Now
I'm
I'm into anime and stuff like that. Now, wait a minute. Okay, remember our parents used to tell us, why is y'all watching cartoons? That's all y'all do is watch cartoons. That's all y'all do, blah, blah, blah. And then when you get older, you realize that it's subliminal messages in cartoons and stuff like that. I got videos that have thousands and thousands of views that I put up. My theme on it is they don't know the truth, because say like Yu-Gi-Oh is one of them. And then you have some Ghibli movies, like Spirited Away, not Race to Witch Mountain, but The Castle in the Sky and all that stuff. My Neighbor Totoro, and Demon Slayer. You have all that stuff that is based on true stories. So, because Yu-Gi-Oh was very, very popular, they said he was witchcraft and everything, but what they didn't know was that is based on a real Western duel. When you hear Yu-Gi-Oh say time to duel or something like that, it was actually based on when they had the guns and stuff like that. You had two people walk the opposite way, far from each other, and then when they shoot the gun up in the air, means go. Whoever the quickest turn around and shoot them, the other person win their stand. So that's basically a duel. That's what they did
deep, man.
back
That's
then.
deep. She into this shit. She deep in this, man. She knows what
Yep.
she's talking about.
Yeah. Oh, don't even get me started.
So you need to follow podcast Lit.
Yeah.
These are the types of things that he likes to talk about.
Okay, podcast Lit. Hold on.
I'm on YouTube, man, Facebook.
Oh, hold on. What's your name? Podcast Lit.
Yep.
Podcast.
No spaces.
Lit. Okay, hold on. Oh, which one is your? Oh, there you go.
Black and white.
Yep, I see it.
Yep, no spaces. That's
okay.
I just did a show on Sharon. But see, if you message me, man, you can come on the show too, man. We can talk. We can have this full discussion, man. We can do this.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, you.
Oh, I see you right here.
I am your 43rd.
All right. Well, I am your 10,100 and whatever. Man, keep going. Keep going.
Okay, no wonder she gave me a super chat, girl. Thank you. But you guys, this was a good discussion. We done went over again. It's 8:00.
Yep.
So we're gonna
It's
go ahead and
9:09 now.
thank you guys for joining. Everybody who jumped in the comments, you all have a good night as usual. Till next time.
Yes. Bye, Miss Londa.
See you later.